I don't think it's gonna win us the game, but we'll be very close to that. So we're dealing 15, which is insane. I'm gonna play the training grounds, and I'm gonna go with the Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest as well. And if I don't play anything, I'm gonna play the Great Ends just because. But if I don't play anything, yeah, why not? I think we're gonna deal 3 damage to our opponent. So I think we got this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is gonna be episode 27 of Out Brawl, and boy do I have a treat for you guys. This is as close to CEDH that Arena is gonna get in terms of commander pairings. Do not take this the wrong way. In terms of commander pairings, this deck I created is not the most optimized for these two commanders, which are Vial Smasher the Fierce and Thrasios Tritan Hero, also known as Thrasher. In case you don't know, Thrasios Tritan Hero says you pay 4, scry 1, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, otherwise draw a card, and it has partner obviously. And Vial Smasher the Fierce says whenever you cast your first spell each turn, choose an opponent at random. In this case we only have one. Clive Rossfield or Vial Smasher the Fierce deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to that player or planeswalker that player controls. Now, because of that second line of text, we have this monstrosity right here. This line of huge 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 12 mana spells to play, plus a bunch of 5 mana spells to play and 4 mana spells to play, because we want to ramp up aggressively in the first couple of turns. That's why we have Delighted Elfling, Llanowar Elves, Azusa's Many Journeys, Fanatic of Ronus, Elysian Caryatid, Into the North, Rampant Growth, Sylvan Caryatid, Goblin and Archomancer as well, makes some things a little bit cheaper. Also Harrow, Tireless Provisioner, Troyan, Chromatic Lantern, Skyclave Relic, obviously Arcane Signet as well. So that is the main thing you want to do in the first couple of turns, play as many of these as possible. Then you have cards like Training Grounds that will let you utilize the Thrasios ability much cheaper. Basically it's Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar. If you have these two on the battlefield, you can basically draw your entire deck. Also, Keenan Bonder Prodigy will get a lot of use if you have these two. In order to ramp, we also have Midnight Clock, I forgot about that one. And then the rest is either a lot of just great huge cards so that you can smash your opponent in the face and hopefully kill them in maybe 2 turns, or just cards that give you a lot of value / protection like Cyclonic Rift, Ristic Study, Doppelgang. Not really health to pay, but it also helps in a lot of situations, but whatever. Heroic Intervention, Scoot Swarm, obviously you can out widen your opponents. Hulking Raptor also gives you a lot of mana, so I'm going to put it here in this column. The One Ring, Wilderness Reclamation, you're going to see in the last game how strong this card really is. Goreclaw makes creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast, so that's fantastic. Mindbreak Trap, this gives flash to everything. This is a counter, you have extra turns, you have a little bit of life gain. Then just for fun, I added a small landfall kind of theme with cards like Ashaya, Ancient Green Warden, Rampaging Ballots, and Virtue of Strength. Not really landfall, but you get what I'm saying. Nixplumation gives you a lot of mana, Omnath, landfall, that's pretty much it. But the main thing is you have Vial Smasher the Fierce on the battlefield, and then a lot of mana to play with, hopefully, and then you just go all out with Thrasios. If you have Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar, it becomes a lot cheaper. You activate Keenan and Thrasios as much as possible. You get cards like Twin Flame Tyrant, Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Terror of the Peaks that will let you play other things that will deal a lot of damage on top of the damage that you're already dealing with Smasher. You're gonna see how the deck performs pretty well. This happens pretty often. You don't really need to do a lot to hit the mother load. I'm fantastic at these puns. Sorry guys. With Smasher, this is a kill on sight commander in my opinion. If you see it on the battlefield, kill it immediately, let Thrasios live, kill this one, but you'll definitely see it better during the gameplay. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm not gonna yap for a lot longer, so let's get in some games. Work HD, play HD. I'm gonna say work hard, play hard. I'm a genius. With Ketramos is going to be our first opponent of the video. I will keep this hand. Having Tireless Provisioner and Cyclonic Rift is always a nice thing. I'm gonna start with the Temple of Malice actually. Good, but not what I'm looking for. Now, like I'm pretty sure I must have said in the intro, this is not the most optimized list. Don't worry, I know that. But that does not mean it's a bad list, right? I've been having a lot of fun in the last like 2 days. No, what's today? I had a lot of fun today playing with this deck, so we're gonna try the Tireless Provisioner first, see if it stays on the battlefield or not. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. It won't. That sucks. We would have loved to have one Tireless Provisioner turn, but we will get value some other way. Let's go get a blue source for the Rhystic Study. Let me see. I have red, green, 1 black, so probably I would say blue and green. Edge Maze, no, it has to be Breathing Pool. Fade to Life, Rhystic Study. Okay, now hopefully we're gonna start gaining a little bit of card advantage with Rhystic Study. If not, well, we tried. That's not a lot more I can do about that. Okay, Ketramos is definitely online. And there we go with what I said. So we have, I'm gonna go get, I think, maybe another blue source. Not that it matters that much, but yeah. And I'm gonna play both commanders right now. I'm fairly certain our opponent's gonna have a bunch of kill spells and exile spells and stuff like that, but commanders are things you can always get back, so maybe he can only take care of one, maybe he thinks Thrasios is more important. Hopefully, let's see. I wouldn't mind if he did, but see, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Because right now we can have Vial Smasher the Fierce start dealing some real damage to our opponent. I'm gonna play a Shaya, which is gonna make us get a little bit more value out of our creatures as well, which is fantastic, by the way. Then eventually, Urani. No, I don't know. Okay, our opponent needs to discard something, right? Or play a land, but I don't think he got a land. Okay, so he took out the Grim Tutor. I will Wooded Foothills. Let me see what I get next, because I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have enough for a Shaya, so I think I'm gonna go with the Underground Mortuary because of the black. Time Warp seems fantastic, so a Shaya it is. deal that damage. This one cannot attack or block, so I will attack, and we're going on to 15, and we got the win. So as you our opponent was completely mana screwed. I'm not even gonna pretend the deck worked fine. But I think our opponent really did make one huge mistake, which was banishing light, not taking a... If you ever face Thrasher deck, Thrasios, Vial Smasher deck, always worry about the Vial Smasher first, in my opinion, unless it's like the first 2 or 3 turns and your opponent doesn't have, let's say, more than 4 mana. Because if there's more than that, then he can play a lot of crazy stuff that can kill you very, very quickly if you let Vial Smasher the Fierce stay on the battlefield for a long time. Anyway, good win. Let's get into another one. So let's see if this game... Oh my god. I really don't like playing against Ashiok, but I think it's going to be a good... terrible hand, Jesus. It kills me to take out the Cyclonic Rift, but I'm gonna have to do it. We need more early game stuff, because if not, we're completely screwed. Cyclonic Rift and Time Warp, but these two are way too expensive, and that's one of the issues you'll find with this deck. But like I said, the deck is not as optimized as it should. I have a hard time focusing on mana mana first, you know. That's why I think sometimes my brawl decks aren't like the best thing ever. I'll keep this one. This one is much better. We can go Azusa's turn 2. Get another land in. Seems pretty decent. Cannot complain. This Watery Grave is beautiful. But like I was saying, like I probably that's why my decks aren't as good as they probably should be. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna choose black. I'm gonna put it tapped, obviously. I have no reason not to. Because it really kills me to... like, I cannot for the life of me put a bunch of like mana dorks in a deck unless it is a deck that specifically cares a lot about mana. And I know how dumb that sounds, but it's true. Next turn we can try and play maybe Titus and Fortel. Alrund's Epiphany. Okay, so things change a little. Definitely the Elysian Caryatid and foretelling Alrund's Epiphany. That's probably going to be the play here. And just a passing turn. Now we have 2 creatures on the board. Don't really care if the likeness of the Seeker survives. I do care a little bit more about the Elysian Caryatid because we do not really have a lot of mana, unfortunately. And with it we get 5, so Ashiok's coming in most likely. Or no. Maybe a kill spell or something like that. I am super fine with that. And he's letting me draw. I love you. I love you, Z-Shark. Okay, so that's another Ashiok. And, okay, we got the land. Or another land, I mean. Ugh. What did he get? Pluto Delta, Kogla, and Shifting Woodland. That is terrible. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. I will try and play both of my command. Oh, I think I screwed up. Oh, I didn't. Good. But I will try and play both of them. Sure, I'll attack there. Just don't really know why, but sure. Hopefully at least one of them survives, you know, because we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 available, which is fantastic for the World Breaker. But okay, Arcane Signet, that's fine. Our opponent is being very cautious with the way he uses his mana, so his, hers, their mana. I guess. So he's not being very cautious with the amount of cards he's letting me draw. I have to say that, but what is this? It loses all things. Yeah, it loses all abilities, but that's fine. We're gonna try and play a World Breaker next turn. So what did the Sylvian Caryatid, Rampaging Ballots, Kogla? Those are very good. Our opponent is getting very good hits. Yeah, I'll do that. Take that one out. And we're gonna attack with those two. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's something, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available. We can play Sire of 7 Deaths next turn, killing one of the Ashioks, because I'm fairly certain one of them is gonna have to, you know, get on the battlefield eventually. I do not care about my graveyard, at least for now. Now he's starting to pay finally. So maybe a -3 on Clive or Vial Smasher. Now I'm gonna put it in my hand. Now I need to exile a card. I think Gomnat, to be fair. This deals to damage creature. Okay, so I'll take that one out. It doesn't do anything for me right now. So if I go with this, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Really don't have anything to do. Should I do this instead? No, considering our opponent cannot -3 next turn and we have a bunch of creatures, I think this is the play. I'm going to pay 2 lives just so that I can use Tidus's ability. Oh, I could with the Caryatid already, but okay, so I'm going to try and focus there. And I could want to... Honestly, the Caryatid doesn't really do anything for me, so he's gonna protect the main Ashiok most likely, unless he's really -screwed and he doesn't want. Okay, so he lets everything die. That's kind of weird. I'll take it though, I guess. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can just replay it, that's true. But then again, the only thing he's gonna do is what? Put Vial Smasher back in my hand. The opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker of their choice. Sure. He cannot breathe ahead, right? I'll sacrifice this one. I have no reason to sacrifice anything else. Pass to attackers, and now I'll try and scry. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe our opponent has a kill spell and he thought I could be protecting. Oh, the One Ring is good. My board state, but so let me do the math here. I can already take another turn, which is most likely where I'll do. Okay, you know what? Yeah. So. I'll do this. Deal 7. Take another turn, I think. Unless our opponent has a counter, which we don't even need another turn. We can just win. So this one was a little bit better in my opinion. This is I thought it was the other Ashiok. This isn't as bad in my opinion, at least. I thought it was the other Ashiok Planeswalker. If I remember the name, I'll put the card on the screen so you guys can see it. That one is much more annoying than everything else, but yeah, this game went a little bit better. World Breaker did a great job with taking care of this thing here. I'm not the something amorphosis. was pretty decent. We're gonna take another turn. My idea was going to be Omnath into Fabled Passage, creating two 5/5 red and green elementals, dealing 7 damage with the Vial plus the other attacks. Could be a great shout, but we didn't need that, so let's get into another one. Let's see if we can get 3 for 3. D Bennett something, TJ I guess. We'll call it TJ. The Fire Lord Zuko the Virtuous. Okay, so now 2 lands. I cannot keep this. Yeah, 3 lands, but I still cannot keep this. Okay, I'll keep this one. One thing I gotta say about this deck is that it mulligans pretty well, in the sense that I've mulliganed to... I'm gonna go with blue. Yeah, I'm gonna go with blue. I've mulliganed to 4 once, and it's still... Oh, that was... Oh no. Yeah, that was stupid. I should have went with green and then the Sylvan. It still performed very well, in the sense that I still won, so can't really complain, really. Now I think I'll Edge Maze Wooded Foothills. That's actually pretty decent, because we're gonna see if we can get some value out of the Tireless Provisioner next turn. So no amount of spot removal can take out the Sylvan Caryatid or whatever. So right now we basically only have mana. But with that being said, mana is the cornerstone of this game, so I can go get an untapped land and play maybe Clive, for example, because I will have enough for that. So I think I'll do that exactly. So this gives one of any color. I don't have any black, so I think I'm gonna go get black and something. I'm gonna pay 2 life. Black and red or black and green? Black and green, I think. Pay 2 life. Yes. And now we're gonna get one more. And we can also go Titus. Maybe that won't be like a lot of... Now I'm gonna maintain my original plan. We gotta be a little bit more aggressive. We're not gonna block the infamous Cruel Claw, obviously, so that sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, Alacia is very dangerous. Let's see, our opponent might be scared of losing the infamous Cruel Claw, but I think he probably has something to deal with. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna lose our Tireless Provisioner, which sucks, but oof, that is crazy. That is crazy good, man. Okay, so we're gonna get... Well, I have 2 options here. Either Skyclave Relic with the Kicker and get really a lot of mana. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think the mana is very important at this point, man. We'll take a beating here, but yeah. And I'm gonna go with Tidus, screw it. I'll attack, sure. But our opponent's not gonna block with Alacia, so that's fine. I will take a hit now, but next turn, with a little bit of luck, we'll be able to play the Sire of 7 Deaths. Deal if Vial Smasher the Fierce survives, we're gonna deal 7 damage immediately, and we're gonna have a pretty good card to protect ourselves. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so 10 technically. So depending on what we get, we can actually also, I don't know, maybe play 2 spells in the same turn. So That could be very good. If not, we can also Otawara something, because right now it costs only 2, so it's exactly 9. We'll see. Let's see. I don't know if our opponent left or is just thinking. Let's cue the elevator music. Well, we're back, and this is actually a pretty good one, not gonna lie. So let's start with the original plan. Sire of 7 deaths. Let's hit 7 immediately, straight to the face, and then I think I will actually play everything that I have. Otawara is a land and training grounds, because then we'll have 2 left, so that we can activate Thrasios, but I don't know if our opponent is here or not, so cue the elevator music again. Okay, so I think we're back again, and we're gonna play the training grounds, and just gonna pass turn. Now we have ways of double blocking. I definitely do not mind using the Sire and Titus to double block if they survive. I do not really want to give our opponent another infamous Cruel Claw chance, but I think our opponent might have left. I don't really see him coming back, so I don't know. I'm gonna shut up and put the elevator music for the 3rd time this game. Okay, so I guess our opponent really left. Don't know why. Maybe his connection fell. Maybe maybe he just didn't want to play anymore. But another game, another win. 3 for 3. This one a little bit less interesting, I guess. Let's get into another one. Painted Buck. Ayada, First of Lockwing. Let's see. God damn it, man. I see a doppelgang and I immediately want to keep the hand, but I cannot do that because, yeah, I can't. I need to be strong. Yeah, this one is much better. I'll keep. So we're starting with the Raucous Theater because why not? We can then pay to life and go with the Elysian Caryatid, and then if everything goes according to plan, which that doesn't really happen that much, but we can dream, right? If everything goes according to plan, this turn we'll Tireless Provisioner, then Fabled Passage, create 2 treasures. That would be fantastic. If not, well, we'll play the Bloodstained Mire and Tidus, or Training Grounds, for example. Okay, so I guess that's a possibility or not? Yeah, I guess that's a possibility for sure. So, Tireless Provisioner. Now, Fabled Passage. 1. We will get another one. Let me see. I have everything I need, so I don't think it matters that much. So I'll go with another blue. Why not? Who cares? I think I'm gonna keep Poseiju, and I'm gonna play the Training Grounds. I'm gonna chill for a little, you know, not be super aggressive. So I would like Tireless Provisioner to survive one more turn. That would be amazing because we'll Bloodstain Mire, so we'll create 2 other treasures. That immediately did not happen, but a man can dream. God damn it, man. We're trying so hard. Okay, so I'm going to Bloodstain Mire either way. Let's see what we get, because I will Underground Mortuary. Why not? Lanoir Elves I'm not interested in. We have a bunch of mana already. I will Fanatic of Ronus, and I will Titus. or Thrasios. I will now destroy that thing. I know we'll probably get things that are a little bit more dangerous, but at the same time, I don't want him giving lifelink and death touch to everything. And you know, it's pretty easy to make this get 6 counters or whatever it's called. Titus is that creature that I will never like mind that much that he dies. Same with the Fanatic of Ronas, because if you cannot take it out of the graveyard, he'll just come back. And that's probably our next play. Shipwreck March and Fanatic of Ronas. I would have liked to, you know, have the chance to activate Titus once, but or Thrasios once. Okay, Otawara is very, very, very good for us. I will eternalize the Fanatic of Ronas. And actually I'll play the live, why not? Now our opponent has 2 issues here with his deck. None of them seem too difficult to solve, but he either takes out Vial or the Fanatic of Ronas token, because the Fanatic of Ronas token gives me a crap ton of mana. And Vial Smasher is very, very, very dangerous. So nothing up. Ooh, I love that. But I have to Planetarium. Sorry, not really sorry. I have to Planetarium. And I have to immediately activate it. We're gonna scry. We're looking for something big, man. Come on, give us something. Did you feel the disappointment or? My god, let's see. Come on, give me something decent. I'm not... I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Like, it's not... I have nothing to play, but I will definitely take that. And I'll go with Titus now. We will just do this. Like, if our opponent wipes the board, I still feel like we're in a pretty decent position. How much mana do we actually have? Because we have a lot. So we have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. 12 if we count Otawara. But is there anything I really want to try or copy? Maybe Titus? Maybe Titus. Maybe Training Grounds would be a good shout. This is legendary. Legendary, legendary. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go just yet with the Doppelgang. Maybe I should, but I think I'm going to Thundering Falls, see what we'll get, and then we'll activate Titus. I'll take that. Because we need to... I always forget about this interaction, but we just... This is insane. We're gonna deal 8, we're gonna draw cards, we're gonna have that coming in for free. Alrund's Epiphany, 1,000,000%, and I think Keenan or Cyclonic Rift. Keenan. Things seem to be fairly... well... I'm going to foretell this. I'm playing Keenan. I think I have enough mana to activate Keenan immediately. I'm actually... oh, I can't. I play the land this turn. I'm all over the place. So... I still think I have enough mana to activate Keenan even after doing this. I'll take a Trumped Incarnosaur for sure. Wait, what? Oh, it's only once each turn. That was stupid. But anyway, we're gonna do this either way. So we're gonna take the Carnosaur most likely either way. Ooh, that's also good. But I want that. I want that. We're discovering 5. I'll take it. It's a little bit more mana, you know, and we can still activate this one. So maybe we'll get more mana. Dragon Hawk, Fate's Tempest. I actually don't want that. Yep, that's actually not bad. So right now my deck can function perfectly without Clive or Tidus or Vial Smasher the Fierce and Thrasios Tritan Hero. I mean, right now it can, so that's what I'm focusing on. Unless there's a board wipe, and even with the board wipe, we have a lot of mana, training grounds, and the planetarium of One Shitong. That is beautiful. So what I'm going to do, first and foremost, I'm going to do this. I want to see what we get. Oh my god, yes. Yes on both. I want both things. Hit the Mother Load, deal 7, get a World Breaker. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna take one land out. Does not matter. 2. Like, you can kill Clive. I'm fine with that. Because I'm still gonna activate Kinnan. Death Touch and Indestructible. Okay, that does nothing. What's the point there? Because now I can activate Kinnan. Let me do the math. 1. I think that's safe for me to all runs Epiphany. Oh. Yes, please. Okay, so now I'll all runs Epiphany. And I'm not even going to attack. I'm dealing 2 more. I will just pass turn. It's drawing 2 cards for some reason. We could finish the game right now, but I will just pass turn. What does this do? Drawing this card. Okay, so our opponent didn't really let us have that last bit of fun, but we could have finished the game right now pretty easily. You know, our opponent could only block with a 1/3. The Thrumping Carnosaur would be more than enough, but this is the power of Vial Smasher the Fierce, man. And if you have training grounds, Thrasios becomes an immediate threat. Kinnan becomes much better, you know, and everything you do does something. Planetarium of One Shitong. Honestly, I think people are sleeping on this card ridiculously. It's a fantastic card. I didn't even need to doppelgang, man. If I doppelgang just on training grounds, you know, just for 1, I could have basically drew my entire deck. Which was crazy, but I didn't even want to do that. We have, I think, four games, but I'm gonna try and play 1 more because I'm having a lot of fun. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe you'll see the final thoughts screen next, but I'll probably try and play 1 more. So let's see what happens next. Banana Balls. Banana Balls with Garuk, Cursed Huntsman. 3 lands. Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping this. We will have a lot of ramping to do, so. And another land. Yeah, why not? Let's scry or surveil or something. So we have command tower that gives us everything. We have black blue, and we have multiversal passage that gives us everything as well. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna go get a commercial district, I guess, just because we have an watery grave. Galta. Yeah, I'll take a Galta, why not? Sure, it's gonna be helpful eventually. So I can see this is going to be like a control-y build from our opponent. I'm gonna play that one now. Mainly because there's no point losing life. I can play these two taps and still play the Caryatid next turn, which is what I'm going to do, obviously. Okay, we could also... yeah, I'm gonna scry. I think it's best. Ancient Green Warden's not bad. So we're gonna try and ramp up a little bit more. This one is easy to kill, but you know, if it stays on the battlefield, it's good. But I also don't really mind if our opponent just wastes their removal spells and control pieces on cards that really don't do a lot right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 mana. Yeah, there's no point in doing this. I'm going to Titus just to do the exact same thing. Our opponent does have removal 100%. He's going to use it on Titus 1,000,000%. Or I guess not. Maybe he's waiting to see if I do something. Maybe he thinks I have like a heroic intervention or something like that. Okay. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can Clive and then Scoot Swarm, for example. Right? That's gonna be like an extra... sure. Who cares? An extra target for our opponent. You know? So right now our opponent has 3 very good creatures that he needs to deal with. He was smart. He dealt with the best one. We will Ancient Green Warden, especially if Scoot Swarm remains on the battlefield. If not, we might Planetarium of One Shitong. We need to see, but probably Ancient Green Warden, because we can start playing stuff from the graveyard. Our opponent has only 1. I don't know why is it taking so long, but I'm not gonna block, obviously. We still have 22 life. That would be kind of stupid. So Ancient Green Warden. Let's start creating some Scoot Swarms. And since I don't really have anything to play, I want to Surveil. That's fine. Kogla is very good. I'll take a Kogla for sure. And now we have a bunch of Swarms. Scoots. But I think next turn, depending on what our opponent plays or does, probably gonna be his commander, but okay, I'll take that. I have no problems with that. Yeah, these are copies, so they're all a copy of Scoot Swarm, which means they're not gonna get destroyed. So I think our opponent misjudged the situation here. You know, that happens sometimes. I don't think this game was that good, so let's get into another one with Hatadravik. That's a terrible name of Urborg. That is one of the worst names of all time. So I think I will keep the protection. I like the protection. This is Orzhov, so it's probably It's gonna have a lot of tokens, it's gonna have a lot of removal spells, I'm sure. So I'll go with Multiversal Passage, using maybe, I don't know, blue. Tapped. Maybe blue was a stupid decision, but whatever. Okay, maybe not. Blooming March, Azuzas, and we'll get the Forest down as well. So we can already play Tidus, which is pretty decent. Now we just need a red source, but... Okay, gain 3 life. We're gonna go with that. And I think I want what Wilderness Reclamation. You know, it's gonna be very good for us. This does what exactly? Okay. Sephiroth. That's a problem, but nothing too crazy as of yet. We will get a 3-3. Hulking Raptor is pretty decent, but we're only getting green stuff. That's kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna go with Hulking Raptor, yeah. Like, it's more mana. Even if it's just green, it's more mana, you know what I mean? So, can't really complain. Okay, nothing really happened. We are getting only green. That is weird as all hell. So, first of all, let me go do that. So, I'm gonna take this just because I really want to go get and I'm actually gonna do this right now because all of our lands are going to untap, so I can steal Heroic Intervention, and I'm going to do this now as well, and we're gonna go get an Edge Maze. Well, that was stupid. Why the hell did I do that? I need red, man. Oh god, I'm such a dumbass sometimes. Well, it doesn't matter. We can now we have Tidus on the battlefield. We can actually activate Tidus. Create a 4/4. Okay, that's very dangerous for us. But we can actually activate Tidus and still play Heroic Intervention, so we can do that. I love the upcling, but that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's beautiful. So that's the play right now. I'm going to activate Tidus again. Dragonhawk, Fate's Tempest. This could be good for us. At least a good blocker, so we'll take that. And we're just gonna pass turn. And this is where a card like Wilderness Reclamation really serves a purpose, you know? Like, I feel super protected right now with the Heroic Intervention and several Tidus's activation or Thrasios activations. What does this do? Whenever you cast a creature spell. Okay. So that is double strike. He can start. I'm gonna do something a little bit weird. Gonna double block there. I'm gonna double block there. And now let's see. We're probably being stupid here, but I think we can at least try this and see if it works. Because, you know, worst case scenario, we can always try and Trump Incarnus or the Sephiroth so that these two can at least stay alive. Okay, so that's perfect. We will not lose anything, and our opponent will lose both of his creatures. I know they're going to come back as tokens. But that just means we need to, you know, what's it called? Kill them once more instead of twice more, you know what I mean? So for me, that's a win. It's not really the win that we wanted, but could be worse. Okay. Sephiroth. Yep, that will happen. Unearth. We can take out the Sephiroth. Or we can take out this one. No, I want the Trumping Carnosaur to hit differently, but I think he's going to try and do that. No? Oh no, he went to get the other one. Okay. So, that was a waste, but... Okay, let's go with the Thrasios activation. No, I don't want more lands. I want something better. We got more lands. Okay. So that worked perfectly. Okay, so first I'm gonna do this just to get as much mana as we can. I wouldn't mind a doppelgang right now because we do have a bunch of mana. That would have been fantastic. I'm gonna get a red one. Why not? I'm gonna Trumping Carnosaur. Let's see what we discover into. Because it might be good, you know. Tatiova, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play with. We're gonna Arcane Signet. And we're gonna activate Titus. Or Thrasios. We all know the name by now, so... Now, with the amount of mana we have... no, I don't want to light it up thing. I want something better. I'll take a land. Gives me a life and a draw. No attacks. With the amount of mana we have, we can use like at least Likeness of the Seeker to block, you know. God Eternal Locator unfortunately has Vigilance, which sucks for us. Well, so does Sephiroth, but Sephiroth is just a 2/2, so... Okay. Dying doubles the thingies, and he creates more thingies. We need something big, man. Okay, so Sephiroth is gonna sacrifice one of the tokens, most likely. Yep. Double the activations. I'll take 3, I guess. I don't really see a point not to. Elazil Core, okay, that sucks for us. We are in a lot of trouble, but we'll see. No, those, my god, those suck. Okay, Sire of 7 Deaths is a good one. Let's activate this again. Snow-covered forest. We can actually utilize a little bit more mana. Get a life. Shadow of Mortality can win us the game next turn. Ooh, Training Grounds. That's good. But this is 15. I don't think it's gonna win us the game, but we'll be very close to that. So we're dealing 15, which is insane. I'm gonna play the Training Grounds, and I'm gonna go with the Dragon Fate's Tempest as well. And if I don't play anything, I'm gonna play the Great Ends just because. But if I don't play anything, Yeah, why not? I think we're gonna deal 3 damage to our opponent. So I think we got this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that was fantastic, right? That was a great way to end the video against a very difficult deck to play against, you know. Had that drop big of Urborg. The Urborg guy, I think it's best to call it, can go crazy really fast. I really like life gain, life drain, token creation decks. That was a pretty fun game to end it with. But we managed to do what this deck really wants to, which is get a lot of value of Thrasios and Vial Smasher the Fierce smashing fiercely into our opponent's face. That sounds terrible. Pause. And Shadow of Mortality, obviously a 15 drop that we played for just 6 mana. We did not need to attack. I think I attacked maybe once. I don't remember attacking actually, so we did not need to attack, and the game ended with -4 for our opponent still, so pretty good. Honestly, Sephiroth scared us a little for a while, got the Eternal Oketro as well. Now, as for our deck, like I said, Vial Smasher the Fierce and Thrasios Tritan Hero, fantastic cards. Really happy I got to play with this. This is a CDH style deck. I know it's not optimized as a CDH deck, but a lot of cards that would go into this deck are not on Arena. Like we don't have, for example, Ad Nauseam on Arena. We have Thassa's Oracle, for example, but I didn't think it made a lot of sense, and I wanted to try different things. That's why I actually put like a little landfall theme, like I said in the intro as well. I'm pretty sure I said that. Extremely fun deck, very good, very solid, very competitive. If you have a better list, please send it to me. This is going to be one of those that at the end of this all-out brawl journey, which we're like 5 videos away from ending, I'm going to revisit my favorite commanders and try to build or look for the best list I can find for those commanders. Show another video, maybe with new cards and stuff, because in like a month we're going to have a lot of new cards on Arena, you know. It's like 4 or 5 days away from Lorwyn Eclipse to drop, so that's gonna change things. That's gonna bring more things to Arena. So show me the list I should be playing with this deck, because if I had fun with something I came up with, imagine how good this is when it's extremely optimized. But yeah, that was the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It's extremely appreciated. We're on 315 subs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get to 350. That's our next very small goal. Our actual goal is to get to 1K before the end of the year and 500 in the next couple of months, hopefully. So let's try and hit that. But yeah, that was the video. Send me the better lists down in the description. CEDH people, please do not get mad if I reference this as CEDH decks in Arena. It's just because of the Vial Smasher and Thrasios Tritan Hero combination. Obviously this is not optimized, this will not survive the CEDH environment, but it's still a pretty good, pretty fun deck. Extremely competitive, better than most decks I've played with throughout this whole entire series. So, you know, it's Arena's CEDH, let's put it that way. Or Arena's C-Brawl. That's terrible. Do not call it that. But yeah, that was the video. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.